We are back here with some more XLB action as we continue on week number 3. And forgot to touch on this earlier, but there was a trade that actually happened between these two teams. These two teams swapped first baseman after week number 2. Phoenix looking to get some speed on the team. They got Josh Naylor, and Toledo gets a little bit more power and on-base percentage in Matt Olson. So Naylor for Matt Olson was the switch. And now these teams play each other. Not done on purpose, but that's how the schedule plays out. It is the Phoenix Devils and the Toledo Terminators. Nathan Eovaldi on the mound for the Devils, and Nick Lodolo from the Reds on the mound for the Terminators. The legacy players for Phoenix include Joe Mauer and Vladimir Guerrero Sr., and the Toledo Terminators consist of Ricky Henderson and Wade Boggs. A battle of generations here in this one. My brother controls Toledo. I control Phoenix. And that's how this one will go. Nick Lodolo on the mound first, and he'll take on the former Terminator himself, Josh Naylor, to lead this one off. And Naylor will strike out. Had a chance to get at Lodolo right off the bat.
Terminated.
Okay, you're not going to say that for all 27, are you? Lodolo against Devers. Devers will smack this one out of here. How about that for termination? And Devers, the immediate home run, gets them on the board. 1-0. Deep fly Devers, we call him, and that'll bring up Joe Mauer. But we got to get the booze. Although the crowd not happy here in Toledo with that. Joe Mauer at the plate now. And Lodolo will strike out Joe Mauer. 2 down for Vladimir Guerrero Sr. And Vladdy is out of there. And he'll ground out to the catcher. But Phoenix gets on the board quick. 1-0, and they'll send Eovaldi out on the mound against the Terminators, which will have Ricky Henderson leading off for them. And Ricky is out of there. And he'll pop up to the third baseman. Yainer Diaz. Eovaldi will give up a single into right to Diaz. So Yainer Diaz on first for Wade Boggs. 1 down here. Eovaldi will get Boggs to fly out to right. That'll bring up Buxton with 2 down. Excuse me. Buxton with 2 down here. PB Beatty for Buxton. And he'll get a hold of one. And Buxton will go yard here in the first as well.
Hasta la vista, baby.
And Buxton goes long. Drives into Ricky Henderson. And Buxton both score there. Oh, not Henderson, I'm sorry. Yainer Diaz. Makes it 2-1 now. Eovaldi giving up the homer. Matt Olson, former Devil. And he's out of there. And he'll ground out to first base. But Toledo jumps out in front 2-1.
Did you say already? What's the record of these two?
Coming into today, Phoenix is 1-1, and Toledo is 1-1.
Okay. So not a must-win for either team.
No. Teoscar Hernandez in the top of this. Teoscar Hernandez against Nick Lodolo here, top of second. And Lodolo will get Teoscar to ground out to the shortstop. Error 2-10, though, and that is an error. Error 1. Batter safe on error. So Teoscar does get on via the error on
J.J. Abrams.
On C.J. Abrams. And that'll bring up Ozzy Albies. And Ozzy will smack a single into right.
Oh boy.
2 on for Willie Adames. Nobody down. Lodolo will get him the line out to third base. 1 down, 2 on now for TJ Friedel. And Friedel will strike out. Third strikeout for Lodolo. Let's see if he can get out of this jam. Miguel Vargas at the plate. And Vargas will strike out to end the inning. Good opportunity there for the Devils. They just could not cash in on that. 2-1 lead, bottom of 2. CJ Abrams set to lead off after causing the error. And a wild pitch from Eovaldi will bring up PBBD for Abrams, and he'll strike out. A good opportunity there for Abrams. But he squanders it. Jung-Hoo Lee now at the plate. Bunghole. And he's out of there. Grounded back to the pitcher for the out. 2 down for Gleyber Torres. Eovaldi will give up a single into left to Gleyber. So 1 on, 2 down for Seiya Suzuki. And Suzuki will smack a double into right. Torres, OBRC. And the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero, T5. C to T5, 11 to 56.
No, it's first to home on a double.
Oh, you're right. Yes, it is first to home. First to home, 11 to 42.
2 outs.
Yeah.
11 to 42.
Yes.
We're going to try it.
Here comes Gleyber to the plate. Guerrero up with the throw. And he is out of there. And that'll get him out of the inning without giving up a run. Seiya Suzuki gave him a chance, but Vladimir Guerrero throws him out. Josh Naylor at the plate against Lodolo, top of the third.
Good job, Vlad. Good job, Vlad.
Naylor, I hardly know her. Grounds out to second.
Terminated.
Okay, consistent. Rafael Devers had the home run in the first. And Lodolo will strike him out this time. 5th strikeout for Lodolo. Joe Mauer at the plate. And Mauer is out of there. And he'll pop out to center. 3 up, 3 down for the Devils. Bottom of 3 we go. Eovaldi back out to take on Ricky Henderson. And Eovaldi will get Henderson to ground out to third. 1 down for Yainer Diaz. Eovaldi gets him to fly out the left this time. 2 down for Wade Boggs. Eovaldi will strike out Boggs looking. A rarity for Wade Boggs, yep. 3 up, 3 down. Top of 4 we go. Score 2-1 right now as the Terminators are out in front. Vladimir Guerrero Sr. set to lead off. And Lodolo will get a pass ball. Does Vlad go to first there, or is that... Yeah, that's just a rethrow. Back to Lodolo. And he'll get Vlad to fly out the deep left. But an out's an out. That'll bring up Teoscar Hernandez. And Teoscar will strike out. 6th strikeout for Lodolo. Yeah, he doesn't walk. Ozzy Albies. And Lodolo will balk. Gets it back. Gets Albies. Grounds out to the pitcher. Or first base, sorry. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of 4 we go. Byron Buxton had the home run in the first as well. He's up against Eovaldi again. And this time Buxton will single into center.
He gonna steal.
67.
Oh, Jesus.
Runner picked off. So Buxton gets on, and then he's down. We saw a pick off earlier this week as well. No spoilers. In a big moment. That'll bring up Matt Olson now with 1 down, nobody on. Eovaldi, nice pickoff move to first. And he'll give up a single to Olson. Off the pitcher's card, always fun. So Olsen on first. Abrams up at the plate. Nobody out. Eovaldi will strike out Abrams. Third strikeout for Eovaldi. 2 down here with Jung-Hoo Lee at the plate. And he'll strike out as well. So back-to-back Ks for Eovaldi here in the 4th as we head to the top of 5 now. Pitchers have calmed down a bit. We'll see what the hitters can do. Adame set to lead off for the Devils. Lodolo will get Adames to ground out to the catcher. Just off the nub of the bat there. Bunt attempt. That'll bring up TJ Friedel with 1 down here in the 5th. And Friedel will strike out. 7th strikeout for Lodolo as we bring up Vargas. Vargas will pop up to the shortstop. And that'll do it for the 5th inning for the Devils. Lodolo rolls on. Eovaldi against the bottom of the lineup and Gleyber Torres. Eovaldi will strike out Gleyber Torres. That's 3 strikeouts in a row now for Eovaldi. He's got 5 Ks on the day with Seiya Suzuki at the plate. Eovaldi will get Suzuki to pop up to second base. 2 down for Ricky Henderson. Eovaldi will strike out Ricky Henderson looking.
Ooh.
Both pitchers have calmed it down since the 1st. Top of 6 we go. Top of the lineup due up for the Devils. Josh Naylor set to lead off. Naylor is out of there as he pops up to the catcher. Rafael Devers at the plate. Lodolo will get Devers. Grounding out to the shortstop. 2 down here in the 6th. Joe Mauer at the plate. Lodolo will strike out Joe Mauer. Commentator shakes his head. Bottom of 6 we go. Yainer Diaz set to lead off against Eovaldi. And Eovaldi pass ball. Back around it comes to Eovaldi. And this time it's a single into right for Diaz. So a little wild. And then making him pay for it. Bullpen warming up a little here. Wade Boggs. Eovaldi will get Boggs. Ground out to first. No error. OBR A or B safe at first. That is not Boggs, and that's a double play.
Too much chicken.
That's right. And the relievers take a seat in the bullpen. Eovaldi will get Buxton. Ground out to third. And that's how the bottom of 6 comes to a close. 0 since the 1st inning for these two teams. Top of 7 we go. Vladimir Guerrero Sr. set to lead off the cleanup hitter against Lodolo. And Lodolo dealing. Lines out to third. 1 down for Teoscar Hernandez. PBBD for Hernandez. And he strikes out. 9th strikeout for Lodolo. Ozzy Albies up at the plate. And Albies is out of there as he lines out to second for the final out of the 7th. And Lodolo has been good since that 1st inning. Matt Olson set to lead off against Eovaldi here in the bottom of 7. And Olson will take a walk.
Good trade.
I hate it. Bullpen warming up again with a man on first. This is Abrams.
Got him warming up again.
Yeah. Up and down, up and down. Abrams is out of there. And he'll fly out to center. Runner holds, 1 down. Jung-Hoo Lee. Eovaldi will get him. Ground out to second, and that'll do it. Double play. So back-to-back innings with double plays help Eovaldi out here through 7. Top of 8 we go. Let's see if Phoenix can get back into this. Adame set to lead off against Lodolo. And Lodolo strikes out Adames to start the top of the 8th. That'll bring up T.J. Friedel. 10th strikeout for Lodolo. And Friedel will strike out as well on his card. Good number, but right there in the strikeout zone. Miguel Vargas with 2 down. Lodolo will get him. Ground out to first with no error. Bottom of 8 we go. Eovaldi will take a seat. As Luke Weaver checks in from the Yankees. Luke Weaver will take on Gleyber Torres to start the bottom of the 8th here. And Gleyber is out of there as he pops up to the catcher. 1 down for Weaver here in the 8th. Seiya Suzuki. And Weaver. Pass ball. Back around to Weaver. And he'll get Suzuki this time to ground out to third. Wild pitchers here every now and again, but nobody on base for it. Ricky Henderson, 2 down here in the 8th. And Weaver will strike out Henderson.
No.
If that had been on Henderson's card. My goodness. Top of 9 we go. A 1-run game here in the 9th. Lodolo gave you 8 innings with 2 hits. That solo home run in the first, 11 strikeouts for Lodolo. And we're going to bring in...
click on Ronnie. Let me see what he is. Ronnie. Yeah, we'll bring him in.
Ronnie Henriquez from the Miami Marlins checks in to try and get this save. And he'll have to do it against the top of the lineup. Josh Naylor set to lead off against Henriquez. And Henriquez will get Naylor to ground out to second. Terminated. 1 down for Devers. And Devers was out of there, and he'll ground out to second. This crowd comes to their collective feet as Joe Mauer steps to the plate with 2 down here in the top of the 9th.
Wouldn't want to have anybody else. Oh.
And Ronnie will get Mauer to fly out to left to end the game. So the solo home run from Devers in the first, not enough. As Lodolo throws a dime, 2-hitter gets the win. Ronnie Enriquez gets the save. Nathan Eovaldi, who gave up a 2-run homer to Buxton in the first inning, and that was enough to hang the loss on him. So there you have it. 2-1. And that first inning, I thought it might wind up being a pretty fun game, but instead, another pitcher's duel here in Week 3. That'll do it for this. Tune in for more XLB action as Week 3 rolls along.